The lesson was created, the slides were created by Mrs. Claassen, who was supposed to present the lesson. I just want to start the slideshow so that it's the full screen. Right, let's see. When you summarize, you have to remember that you just need the main ideas. So you're going to read your passage, right? You're going to read the passage, your instructions carefully to make sure that you know what is expected of you. So that is very important because usually in the instructions, they give you a clue as to which facts you have to look for. For example, they will say you'll have to look for tips, or you will have to look for benefits, or you will have to look for advantages, or you will have to look for ways in which you can do something, how to do something. So there they give you certain tips on what types of facts you will need to look for. Then when you read your passage, remember when you answer it, number each point and write each one on a new line. So not a paragraph. In home languages, sometimes they ask you to write in a paragraph, but in first additional language, we write in point form. So one fact in a sentence and only one fact, and every fact in a new line. Be careful to write down only points that are relevant to the question. Do not include, be careful, that's what I've said, be careful to write down only points that are relevant to the question. So the question is in the instruction. So if they ask you, summarize 7 facts on how to improve your reading, then if they just say reading is fun, that does not tell me how it improves my reading, so it will not be a fact. So only look for facts that answer the question. Do not include examples. Remember, examples elaborate the main point. It clarifies the main point. It explains the main point. Do not include quotations as well, because quotations is also an explanation or a clarification of the main idea. And remember, we just want the main ideas. Make sure you stick to the word count and indicate it at the end of your summary. So they normally say in grade 9, it's 60 to 70 words in which you have to summarize the passage. So make sure that you stick to that. And then I also want to ask you, please don't lie. Be honest about the word count. You are normally that's the point of a summary. You have to limit it so that it fits into that word count. If you have too many words, it means there are things in there that's not necessary that you can take out of your summary. So remember to stick to the word count. Normally when they mark, they only mark up to the limit. For example, if it's 60 words, they will count the words, they will come to the 60th word, and if that's in the middle of the sentence, they will only read up until the end of that sentence. Everything after that is ignored. So remember, stick to the word count.
Hey, Barnard, sorry to interrupt you. Your slides are not moving on.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why. Can you see? Can I keep it like this, Mr. Potgieter?
Yes, I think keep it like that.
Okay, I apologize for that. I don't know why that happened. So, grade 9s, that's the slide on which we were now, or learners, the slide on which we were now, where I quickly said, read your instructions carefully to make sure that you know what is expected of you. Number each point and write each one on a new line. Be careful to write down only the points that are relevant to the question. Do not include any examples. Do not include quotations. Make sure you stick to the word count and indicate it at the end of your summary. Right, if we move on, analyzing the question. So let's quickly take a look at an example. Here the instruction is, read the instructions and highlight keywords. Also highlight or underline and question words that will tell you how to write the summary. For example, summarize the text into a short article giving parents important information about the dangers of poor eating habits in children. So that is the topic, right? That's your question. You have to summarize the text, the short article. What? The article is about giving parents important information about the dangers of poor eating habits in children. So important information about things, dangers of poor eating habits in children. That will be the facts that you're going to look for. 70 words, your summary must not be more than 70 words long. Provide an accurate word count, write in complete sentences, and use your own words as far as possible. Now remember, own words doesn't mean you should change the meaning or you should give your own facts. You're summarizing the facts given in the text. So, but try to put something of your own in there. So, for example, to try and find the synonym or try to say it in different words, but the meaning should still be the same. So step 2 will be you read the passage, skim the text so that you know what it is about, and then read the text again, scanning for the information needed in the question. So remember, skimming means your eye just quickly glance over the text, go down the paragraphs, almost like in the middle of the paragraph, so that you just get an idea what it is about. And after you've done that once, then you go and you read it again, and then you underline the facts that you are looking for. And remember, we said important information on eating disorders, the dangers involved in eating disorders. So that will be the topic. That will be the facts that you're going to look for. So step 1, we said read the instructions, analyze the question. Step 2, you read the passage. Then step 3, as you are reading the passage, you're going to underline and make a list of the important points according to the requirements of the question. And then it is important to write this list in your own words. Okay, so remember what I said. Don't change the meaning. Own words doesn't mean change the meaning. You have to just change it so that there's something of your own, so that we can see that you understand what you are summarizing, that you understand what you are reading. Before writing your final version, make sure that your word count is correct so that there's not too many words. Make sure you have included all the necessary points and that you have one fact per number. If you have too many words, replace a phrase with one word. Exclude descriptive words, use compound words, and the use of compound words. So those are all things that makes the summary longer. So too many words. If you have too many words, see if you can give one word for a phrase of words. If you take out all the descriptive words. Compound words are words that are two separate words that are joined together into one word. So try to do that. So remember, writing the rough draft. Step 2 says you read the text. And after you're going to read it and you're going to start underlining your 7 points, right, about the dangers involved in eating disorders. And then after that, then you're going to take those 7 points you've underlined and you're going to write your rough draft, in which you're going to give a 1 point per line, 1 point per line, and you're going to try to put it in your own words. Right. Then step 4, you're going to write your final draft. Once your summary is the correct length, rewrite it neatly. Include the final word count at the end in brackets. So remember this, the rough draft is if you write your 7 underlined points that you've identified, if you write them in sentences and you count your number of words and it's more than 70, then remember that it is, then it means it's too long. So it's rough. So you will go back to what you've written and you will draw lines, you will cancel some words, you will change the phrasing of some parts of the sentence to try and get the word count down. So that might be messy. So that's why we say you take that then and you write your final draft, your final copy, to make sure that it's neat and it's clear and that the teacher or the marker will be able to mark it. Right. I don't know. That is the last step. So just to quickly recap, remember, read your instruction. That is the most important thing. The instruction is the question. It will tell you what type of facts you're going to look for. That's number 1. Number 2, you read your text carefully. You first just scan it to get skim it to get an idea what it is about. And then you read it carefully and you take your pen or your pencil or your highlighter and you underline all the points that answers the question. All the pieces in the sentences, all the parts in the paragraph that answer the question. Then the third one is you take these underlined pieces of the sentences, your underlined ideas, your underlined points, and you write a rough draft. You number it, 7 facts, 1 fact per line, per sentence, and you try to put it in your own words. Then you check your word count. If it's too long, you know that you have to shorten it. You're going to try and take out all the descriptive words, all the explanations. You're going to try and give one word for a group of words, for a phrase of words. And then when you have your word count ready, then you write your final copy neatly with the total number of words. And learners, that's the summary. You're going to do the summary in grade 8 up until grade 12. So this is a very important skill that you need to master, because it can also be useful in your other subjects to identify the main points that you have to study. I hope that this will help you, and good luck for all the summaries that you have to write this year. Thank you.